Hey guys, I'm back and we are playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Today we're going to be doing a League Loot stream, but this one's a little or extra different than what my usual League Loot nonsense is. Usually we're checking out like a CDL viewership reward or a rank mode reward, and since I haven't been playing rank mode, it's usually just a CDL viewership reward. We are going to be checking out a viewership reward, but this isn't the CDL. This is the C.O.D.E Bowl 5 viewership reward, which is the Call of Duty Endowment Bowl, the fifth one. And it took place shortly after the C.O.D.E Next event. So a lot of big stuff went down during the C.O.D Next as far as the next Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and stuff like that. And there was viewership rewards for that. But those viewership rewards are tied to Black Ops 6, so none of that stuff is available in the game at the moment. But the C.O.D.E Bowl event, that had viewership rewards also, and that stuff is for Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone and stuff like that at the moment. So if you earned it, it should be in your inventory. Now, I have heard that some people haven't found the camo in the inventory. My advice to you is to check if it's there. If it's not there, give it maybe a day or two. If it's still not there, maybe reach out to Call of Duty customer support and they will help you out as far as that goes. Usually they're pretty good about letting you get your rewards if you've earned them. So just reach out to them, mention that you've watched the allotted amount of time, you had your accounts linked up, and the reward isn't in your inventory. Thank you. For the viewership rewards, they were both available. All the viewership rewards were available for Twitch and YouTube, the live streams for those. So as long as you were watching the live event, the C.O.D.E Bowl event live, either on YouTube or Twitch, and you had your accounts linked up, the items should be in your inventory. So again, the camo required 2 hours of watch time while it was live. Again, if you watched it, you earned it. I've heard some people haven't found it in the inventory. Don't worry about it. Just reach out to customer support in Activision and create a ticket mentioning that you've not got the item in your inventory. And they're usually pretty helpful and will get back to you and sort you out as best they can. That being said, though, let's go ahead and check out the item. So the universal camo, 2 hour watch time for the C.O.D.E Bowl, was Bowl Buzzkill universal camo. This is what it looks like, and this is where it'll be located. For me, it is currently located in the events tab. So I unlocked it, redeemed the reward on Twitch. I was watching it on Twitch. And this is where I found the camo. Usually these camos and all normally, for this particular event and all, would normally be put in the special tab. So they might move it around later on, but currently it's in the event tab. That's where I found it. And this is what it looks like. Again, live event. If you watch for 2 hours, had your accounts linked up, this camo should be in your inventory. Either on YouTube or Twitch. Twitch, you do need to redeem the reward once you earn it. In YouTube, it should just automatically be placed in your inventory once you've earned it. So that's how the system worked. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump in and play some games and try out the camo. Usually with the universal camos, what I like to do is I'll play quick play, and then based on the maps, I'll pick a weapon, and hopefully we'll go through each weapon type throughout the stream. For the assault rifle, we'll be using the MTZ-556. Battle rifle, we'll be using the SOA Subverter. SMG, we've got the Static HV. Shotgun, we've got the Lockwood 680. LMG, we've got the Holger 26. Marksman rifle, we've got the KVD Enforcer. Sniper rifle, we've got the XRK Stalker. Handgun, we've got the handgun, we've got the Core 45. And melee weapon, we'll run around with the Soul Renderer. So that's the plan. Let us go ahead and jump right in. And usually after the game, I'll play the preview animation for that said weapon type. So if you're interested in specific weapon gameplay or preview, timestamps will be in the description once the stream goes into the archives. So those of you who aren't familiar, the C.O.D.E Bowl is the Call of Duty Endowment Bowl. Call of Duty Endowment is a charity system that Call of Duty has created that helps US and UK veterans find jobs after their service. So it is a good cause as far as that goes. And usually they have bundles and stuff like that, if you purchase the bundles that are specifically like tied to the endowment, all the proceeds go to that particular charity and that particular cause. Yeah, they've been throwing the kind of like C.O.D.E Bowl event every year for the last 5 years. We'll definitely talk about it in the end. But for now, let's just go ahead and play. Yeah, this is too far gone. Let's just find a fresh game. It's like almost over. Yeah, usually the C.O.D.E Bowl is like a kind of Warzone styled event, and it involves the participants from various branches of the military to form teams to represent that said branch, and they compete against each other in Warzone, and the winning team wins a trophy kind of scenario, right? So that was what went down, and it's various members of various branches in, like I said, the US Armed Forces and the Canadian and the UK, a representation between the three. Like I said, we'll talk about it more in detail, like what went down. But yeah, they did like a mini resurgence, kind of like tournament style bracket, and they went head to head. Usually each team consists of 3 members, and one of the 3 members will be a content creator that isn't part of the military, but like is sort of the ringer for the team, right? So it is a little bit of mixture with content creators and the military. But yeah, that's the event that went down, and there was viewership rewards for it.
Team deathmatch. All hostiles on site for
I shot this fool, man.
Hostile cluster mine active. Standing by. Find cover. Compromise. We failed.
These guys are, anyway, I don't want to say it, dude. They're very sus. I think these are the same people I was playing in the previous like thing. They were like extremely, well, they were playing cheesy in the last one that I played against them. I feel. I think it's the same people. Like extremely cheesy, but like also like on top of the cheese there was question marks raised with some of their gameplay. I don't think I can go one like stream of C.O.D. without like being suspicious of like fucking players in this game. No joke. Fucking hell, dude. It's gotten that bad, I feel. It doesn't happen in like other games that I play. In C.O.D. though, I think every stream I've been suspicious, at least in the recent seasons. Not even recent days, seasons. It's been that long that it's just gotten bad, worse and worse. I hope they do something about it before Black Ops 6.
Kill confirmed. Eliminate all hostiles in the area. Grab their tags. Moving. We've secured the lead.
Dude, I've never seen that spot used. Never seen someone in this spot.
Tag secure. Kill confirmed.
Dude. Dude, please stop this airspace too crowded. Should I just want to call it in? I don't care, man. I don't care.
Mission attack complete. Stay sharp.
Solid copy. Count be advised. UAV is exiting the AO.
You know, the UAV thing could be easily fixed.
Kill confirmed. UAV standing by.
Like the counter UAV thing, by just implementing either like a timer system, so like you can call it in and it'll just automatically put as one goes down, the other one will come up. Extend the time of the one that you have up. If there's one already up, just extend the timer so it lasts longer if you call it in.
Bye. Friendly UAV
It's so
Moving here.
Copy. Counter you.
confirmed. Enemy down. Flash one.
We have active field upgrade here.
It's been so long since I played this map properly.
Friendly UAV online.
Oof.
Drive attack complete. Secure the victory. UAV is active.
Counter UAV exiting the AO.
Now I messed up. I shouldn't be running around so much with this bloody LMG, but these guys are like, it's flipping too much.
Gaining ground. Do not give it back.
Where did teammate run off to, man?
Friendly UAV on station. Friendly counter UAV is online. Tag secure. Kill confirmed. Ready to deploy. Counter UAV ready. Kill confirmed. Confirmed. We have secured the field. Mission accomplished.
I do have an Epic Game Store account, but I don't use it. Like, I don't use any of my PC. Like, I have like a Steam account, I have like an Epic account and all that. I just don't use any of them because I don't play on PC. But I know like whenever I redeem some of the games on like Amazon Prime or whatever, like they go to the Epic account, my Epic account. So I have games on it. I just don't use it. Why do you ask? One day I will use it. At some point in time in my life, I presume. Just add what in the library? Oh. Cool. Yeah, I've heard of it. What, Callisto Protocol? I've heard of it. I need to look at the picture, but I have heard of it. I can't place it, but is it the Dead Space kind of style game? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, there's a. I don't log into the Epic Games to like redeem the free games and stuff like that. I haven't done that. I should download those things and it's just. Yeah, no. I haven't done that. I know there's been other games also, like Epic Games just gives for free. Bothered. This used to be such a campy spot back in the day, man. I loved it. With the fall. I remember this map like so clearly. And the fall. Just two tapping people. Blasting away. Brilliant.
Counter UAVs will copy that. UAV is on station. Counter UAV destroyed. Securing objective Alpha. The enemy holds two objectives. Secured, we control Alpha. Secured two objectives. Enemy is taking Alpha. Enemy is taking Bravo.
Dude, this should be more interactive. I press the button, close.
The enemy has captured two objectives. We're taking Bravo. We control Bravo. We have taken the lead. UAV active. C.O.D.E. Counter. We're losing Alpha. Counter UAV is offline.
Moving here.
We control two objectives. Friendly UAV on
Loaded.
Hostile UAV in the area. Enemies taking Alpha.
Ah.
You're halfway to mission complete. The friendly cluster mine deployed. Charlie secure. Friendly UAV online. Enemy UAV active. We're securing two objectives. Enemy securing Bravo. Objective Bravo is compromised. Get it back. Hostile cluster mine active. Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO. We're taking Alpha. The enemy
We
holds
have
two
active
objectives.
field upgrade.
Hostile UAV in the area. Alpha secure.
No.
Securing
Why
objective
do I have
Bravo.
this nonsense still equipped, man?
Move, ya Kel.
We're losing Alpha. Hostile cluster mine detected. Enemy UAV active. Friendly UAV on station. The enemy has captured two objectives. Get them secure.
Moving here.
Enemies taking Alpha. The enemy holds all objectives. Do not fail here. Securing objective Alpha. We control Alpha. We're taking Bravo.
What are you shooting at me for, man?
Secure those positions. Hostile mortar strike near your position.
No! That was stupid. I didn't see him until like I already was in the middle of a slide, dude.
We're taking Bravo. Objective Bravo.
Dude, those were perfect shots, man. I should have got that kill.
Enemies taking Bravo.
Teammate just standing right there, dude.
Control 2 objectives. Enemies taking Alpha. Enemy deployed. Objective Alpha is compromised. Get it back. Securing objective Charlie. Taking Alpha. We're taking Charlie. Objective Charlie secure. Enemies securing Bravo. We're losing Alpha. Objective Bravo. Get it back. Objective Alpha is compromised. Get it. We're getting hit hard. Copy. UAV orbiting. Securing objective Bravo. Securing objective Alpha.
Nah, we lost.
Mission compromised. We failed.
Oh yeah, Schindler's List was a good movie. Classic. I don't even remember it, but I know it's a classic. No, I remember bits and pieces of it. Vaguely remember. It's been ages. I've seen it. I've seen it actually multiple times, but like I don't. My memory sucks. Once I watch it again, I'll remember the minute I start watching it, kind of thing, exactly what it's all about. I presume it's something about like the Holocaust or something. If I'm right, am I right? Is it the Holocaust? Jesus. Yeah, it is. I've just been watching animes and stuff like that, catching up on that stuff. A lot of them that I missed out on because I took a long hiatus from watching. Just finished Hell's Paradise, the first season. That's pretty good. Finishing off the last season of Mob Psycho now.
Capture and keep hold of the objective. We're taking Charlie. Bravo. We control Bravo. Enemies taking Bravo. Reloading. We control 2 objectives. Friendly Mosquito deployed. We've secured the lead. We're losing Charlie. UAV online. Securing objective Charlie.
Moving here.
Dude, can I hit something with this stupid ass sniper?
Charlie secure. We've secured 2 objectives.
Moving here.
We're taking Alpha. Securing objective Alpha. We hold all objectives. Let's keep enemy securing Charlie. We're losing Charlie. Enemy securing Charlie. Objective Charlie is compromised. Get it back. We're losing Alpha.
I knew we were gonna start it, dude. This stupid. Like, no one rotates this much on this fucking map, dude.
We're
What?
taking Charlie.
Why on earth are we rotating so goddamn much?
Half complete. Station. Hostile UAV in the area. Friendly SAE on the way. Friendly UAV on station. We control 2 objectives. Friendly cluster mine planted. UAV ready to deploy.
Dude, this ping system is so fucking trash, dude. Beat that again.
Friendly We're taking Alpha.
Good for the birds.
All objectives secure. Keep it up, lads.
The
Enemies taking Alpha.
fuck is wrong with my like drift? I really need to fix this.
Friendly Mosquito active.
Send me some janky ass controller, man. It's Xbox.
Counter UAV is
As a
down.
replacement.
We're losing Alpha. Enemies taking Alpha.
What are these? Okay,
Objective
what's
Alpha
up
is
there?
compromised. Get it back. Securing objective Alpha. Enemy UAV active. Hostile care package inbound. We hold all objectives. Let's keep it this way.
I feel like they're gonna spawn this side, right? But guess not.
Inbound. We've secured the field. Mission accomplished.
They said they wouldn't do this, where like you have two of the exact same options, just variants, and it's small map in quick play. Two Rust options. That's your choice, one or the other. Dude, how many shots, man?
Copy that. UAV online and orbiting the AO.
Hostile Mosquito is online. Hostile Wilson in the area. Friendly Mosquito deployed. Recon ready to deploy. The enemy is gaining ground. Push him back. Friendly cruiser deployed. Friendly UAV online.
Yeah, our teammates.
Friendly Mosquito active.
I don't want to play this map again. As nostalgic as it is, I really don't like this map. Both Rust and that Crown Raceway. We could have played it, I guess. Could have played it, I guess. We're definitely not playing Derail. It's better get voted out. Most boring ass map on the planet. Jesus, not voting it out. Oh, it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. No, it doesn't. We could play it, but I don't wanna. I'm legitimately so fucking boring. That's why everyone's backing out. It's like a snooze fest map. Game in progress. Good God. Good crap, dude. Shouldn't have eaten snack. What the fuck is going on, man? What was this derail trash, dude? Oh, that was spicy.
Team deathmatch. Eliminate the enemy. Destroy the target.
How the fuck?
in the area. Friendly UAV on station. Friendly cluster mine deployed. Friendly mosquito deployed. Hostile mosquito is online. We've lost the lead. Enemy UAV active.
That one's on ice. Moving here. Moving here.
Ah, teammate, man. Unnecessarily fucking jumping around like an imbecile.
Copy. Counter UAV on station. Running interfere.
Hostile cluster mine active.
Counter UAV is down. Copy. UAV orbiting.
Hostile cluster mine detected.
UAV is being deployed.
Hostile UAV in the area. Hostile deployed a mosquito. Hostile mosquito is online. The enemy holds the lead. Clock ticking. Friendly UAV on station. Hostiles deployed a mosquito.
Copy. UAV orbiting the
Hostile care package incoming.
fuel.
Ash, as always, got your back.
Mission failed. Return to base.
I don't know if I want to play this map, man. SMG. Yeah, alright. Dome has got long lines, dude. SMG range isn't ideal for that map. Neither is. At least you can. Let's see. We'll see. High rises can be rough if the enemies know what they're doing.
Team deathmatch. The mission is simple. Kill them all.
Cancel that. On your six.
The enemy's taking the lead. Enemy UAV active.
What the fuck? That's... The fuck was the point in that like rotation if the whole squad is gonna spawn back here?
Friendly UAV online. Hostile UAV in the area.
Counter UAV is blocking enemy recon. Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO.
Hostile UAV in the area. Friendly care package on the way.
UAV exiting the AO. UAV orbiting the AO. Recon is online.
This dude's just like fucking getting like spazzing out because he's a shitter.
Friendly Wilson online.
And our fault that you suck, dude.
Enemy UAV active. Ready to deploy.
Copy that. UAV is on station. Be advised, UAV is exiting.
We're getting hit hard. Stand by. Hostile SAE near your position. Final minute.
Counter UAV is offline.
Mission compromised.
That sniper was a little bit knowledgeable for positioning, but like this one, let's see. Yeah, I guess just good shots. If it was if she was hard scoping that corner, I would have been very suspicious. But she wasn't. Makes sense. The hip fire on that like thing is a beast. She was using it smart. think we've done all of the weapons, right? So it's just handgun and melee weapon now.
Domination. Capture and hold the objective. We control Alpha. We're taking Bravo. Enemy securing Bravo. We've lost Bravo. Objective Bravo.
Good. I'm backing out. Pistol 100 ping. It's bad enough as it is. I don't want to waste time. Even though I know the gameplay is not going to be great. At least like let me get damage for like range. Not fucking have to deal with 100 ping ranges. With a pistol. While I'm getting insta melted. Why is it still looking for 100 ping games, dude? I don't understand this fucking game, dude, honestly. We're definitely not playing another game of fucking... Dude, just take out Rust from the, like, regular playlist, dude. Just take the shitty map out, man. 3 of the variants are in the regular playlist, dude. I don't understand how they claim they fixed the map rotation. Let's just do it. Whatever. No, we're not doing it. $110 ping too, man. Just get this shitty map off the playlist. I don't even have small maps selected here. And still, like, it's just non-stop Rust, dude. After this, I honestly don't want to see them do variant maps ever again. Because they just don't have the fucking technology, it seems, to fucking not make it like a spammed map. It's 100 ping again, dude. What is going on with the connection? I had some really good games today. It's just fucking this last one's gonna cause a headache now, huh?
Control the target area. Hardpoint located. Lock it down.
should have pushed harder.
Enemies inside the perimeter.
Switching mags.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. We have taken the lead.
Dude, how many shots, man?
Inside the perimeter.
This is why I don't want to play these 100 ping games, man.
We've lost the lead. Our counter UAV is active. Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by. Friendly care package on the way. Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint. Hostile Mosquito is online. Compromised. Secure the area. Friendly UAV on station. UAV overhead. Hostile UAV in the area. Stand by. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the proximity inside the perimeter. Friendly Mosquito deployed.
That was a return to sender.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Dude, this dude guy, I've shot him so many fucking times and he just doesn't die. And it's not because he's good. It's fucking the connection, man.
Hostile Mosquito is online. Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint. Hostile cluster Solid copy. Counter UAV. Counter UAV. UAV orbiting the AO. Recon and enemy UAV. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
We have active field upgrade here.
UAV is being refueled. RTB at this time. Hardpoint relocated. Stand by. Friendly counter UAV is online. UAV inside the hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area.
Reloading.
Not half the field. Fight back.
No, teammate, I thought you cleared that, man.
Hardpoint relocated. Secure the top. Enemies inside the perimeter. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. Enemies deployed a counter UAV. Hostile UAV in the area. Friendly mosquito active.
Changing mag.
There's some janky connection there, man. What's up, Stroza? I shot these do guys so much, man, and they were fucking not dying, dude. I should have backed out. 100 ping trash game. I don't want to do a match started, dude. That's a game in progress. I'm pretty sure. It would have just been like, I'd probably backed out anyway. I just want shipment or stash house. I'm gonna back out from anything other than that. Definitely not this. Just give me shipment. I mean, I don't mind DOS house, I guess. But just give me shipment. Dude, you can't fuck me.
Friendly UAV on station.
UAV is on station. Not online.
Counter UAV ready. We're halfway to mission complete. Finish. Hostile mosquito is online.
Solid. UAV is bingo fuel. Not clear this time. Counter UAV offline.
Hostile UAV in the area. Friendly mosquito active. UAV on station.
Throw, man.
Hostile mosquito is online. Got him on the run. Keep up the pace. The mission is complete. Good work.
Yeah, second take was better games throughout. With the exception of that damn pistol game. Where I blame lag. I want to use I should start using the Deagle as the primary pistol, dude. I think it'll be better. Get back to my roots. To my Modern Warfare 2 root handgun gameplay weapon. The melee game in the previous take was beastly. But there were a few other games where I suspected suspiciousness with the enemies. It might not have been. They were also being cheesy with some of their corner camping and all. It was pissing me off. But the bulk of the games were okay. I think these were better. But now I'm gonna have to repeat my whole outro again, which is fucking bullshit. I guess I practiced it, so it should be good to know. We're done as far as gameplay goes, if you're wondering. We're just gonna do an outro now. Talk about the C.O.D.E Bowl also. Talk about the camo, talk about the event, wrap it up. For the day. Going with the Strela for the launcher. It looks decent on Strela. For what it is as a camo. Yeah, honestly, the second take was more just because I wanted to play a little extra. Wasn't really like hating on the gameplay in the first take, but this is definitely a marked improvement as far as gameplay goes. We'll stick with the second take. Just a couple of games that went poorly in the first take, but I mean, that's usually the case, isn't it? With the way matchmaking works in this game. So C.O.D.E Bowl 5, 5th V, viewership reward, 2-hour viewership reward, universal camo, checked out, played with. As always, before we wrap things up, let's go through the camo and let me give my thoughts about it. So this is a take 2, so I'm gonna have to repeat some stuff. So I might just speed run the repeat. And I'll crop out the take 1. First things first, I don't remember there ever being viewership rewards for the previous C.O.D.E bowls. I could be wrong. I could be misremembering. Maybe it was not the memorable rewards. So I definitely appreciate the fact that they had something, for the viewers to earn and utilize in their game and all. That being said, though, the camo's kind of a lackluster camo. If there were viewership rewards in the past and they were not memorable, this is extremely not memorable. It's pretty bad. As far as design goes, I have nothing against the charity, and the event was a lot of fun to watch. I think as the design element of this camo, it is a little boring. I'll argue that there are base camos in the game that are better than this, right? There are better designs and just funner and everything. I definitely like see this as possibly like a base camo that might have what's it called, been thrown on the cutting floor, and then they like decided to rehash it as a viewership reward for the event. Again, better than nothing, and it's nice to have some sort of reward. Not a great camo, in my opinion, the way it is. I'm not totally certain. I think the color palette is kind of in theme with the code, like the Call of Duty Endowment. So I think thematically, color, like wise, it is thematic. It's just the design is boring. It is a little bit boring. Now, the bulk of the rewards for the Code Bowl were like kind of like throwback kind of themed items. So like 90s and like, you know, kind of early era themed stuff that were earlier era themed stuff. So as far as thematic, this does fall under the theme. Like it's not like not thematic or anything like that as far as what they were going for and all that. So I do appreciate thematic. I do appreciate the fact that it was a free reward, viewership, and for a fun event, you know. It's just that the design is boring, right? That's the main gripe I have with the camo. It's not something I'd see myself using on anything, honestly. So, because like I said, this is a take two, I've already sort of thought of what I would have preferred over this, or what alterations I would have done to make this better, is more the better way of putting it. And my first initial thought was like just let it be animated, right? I think in the past they have been doing like, not I think, the last recent past camos have been sort of like old screensaver themes and stuff like that, right? Which were a lot of fun and pretty well received, I feel. Like a lot of people were really happy with that kind of screensaver kind of concept, right? So what I was thinking is, why not go the same route with the animation with this one? My suggestion though, I feel like I haven't seen them do this. I'd have preferred to see the like geometric stuff moving in like a randomized pattern. Like when I was like really young and like in school, like, and we were learning programming, right? One of the first things we learned was create geometric designs and let it like move around the screen, and you know, that was kind of the design, right? Seen a lot of screensavers similar to that, and I felt like that could have been the design, right? It doesn't, like, it's seemingly random, like movements of the geometric figures, right? So like it's moving around and bouncing and hitting the like edges and then moving the other way. On top of that, they could have also added collision to the geometric figures to make it a little bit more randomized with the movement and stuff like that. So while it's moving around in that randomized pattern, it's bumping into the like other things and it goes in the opposite direction and stuff like that, right? The older generation of us have seen screensavers like this, and those of us that maybe did basic programming in school would have probably done something similar as far as designs go. So that was my initial idea. Again, the reason I say like I don't think they would have done that for sure is basically the randomized movement as far as camo patterns go in the like at least this game. We haven't seen them go to that level of animation. Like usually there is some standardized direction and the bulk of everything has to be moving in that direction and all that. So having each geometric figure and having that kind of randomized aspect programming to the like design, I feel like maybe they wouldn't have bothered doing that. I don't know if it's the limitation of the game or what, but yeah, we haven't seen too much of that kind of randomized kind of like movement as much, if at all, right? There have been times where there have been a couple of layers that move in different directions, I feel, or seemingly like that. But nothing like of that scale where each object has its own pathways. I would have liked to see it though. I think that would have been fun-ish. I mentioned this I mentioned all of this stuff in the first take, but I'm just repeating it because I'll crop that out, right? I do think like this game, they've either tapped the potential of the camos for this particular iteration of the game, or they're holding back a little bit as far as what the potential might be, because they're saving a lot of that stuff for Black Ops 6, right? Like the new kind of like innovations as far as universal cameras go might mainly be being saved for Black Ops 6. Like a lot of things I've requested and all, like reaction-based camos and stuff like that, we're now seeing as part of like the mastery camos that have been showcased for Black Ops 6, right? So there's definitely hope for Black Ops 6 taking camos to the next level and seeing where it goes from there. So I'm not sure like whether Modern Warfare 3 will give us anything super unique between now and the end of the game. I hope so. Because there's still plenty of game left that it'd be nice to see some really like out there camos before we go into Black Ops 6. But yeah, I don't know if we'll ever see the randomized pathing for the objects in the camo, like, I don't know if that'll happen in this game's life. But yeah, that was my initial idea. And then nearing the end of the first take, when I was thinking about it, I came up with an idea that I actually really like. I really like this idea, so I'm gonna share it again. And it kind of falls back to something I've suggested often. I really like the concept of creating an inverse, like having the camo invert colors, right? So like, just for reference, an invert would be taking the black colors and switching it to white, and then the white outline switching those to black, right? And then either having the colors change or keep the colors the same, right? Like the red and blue might not be inverted, but just the white and blacks, right? Invert. So that's what an inversion of color is, right? So I was thinking, I like that idea. I think it could have worked pretty nicely on this weapon, right? Where like it inverts, like it's got like that animation where it inverts from black to white, right? And now, the one thing I don't like about inverted colors and how they've done it in some of the, like they have done some of those kind of things, right? With the operated skins and stuff. Like in fact, they did inverted operated skin in Modern Warfare 2. There's that lady with the coating and it goes black and white, right? Now, what I don't like about that is the randomization of the timing for the inversion. At least seemingly random, like when you're viewing it as an outsider seeing it, right? It just suddenly happens, it's like more likely time-based, right? But it's like it's just kind of flashing back and forth based on the timer, right? I don't necessarily like that as much. And I definitely feel like with weapons and camos, that could be kind of distracting. Suddenly it'll switch to white while you're in the middle of a gunfight and all, or black. And that could be distracting when that happens if you're in the middle of like aiming down sights and all that. So what the idea I really like about having an inverted reaction or inverted camo, right? That goes from black to white or whatever, right? Is based on the reload. I think that could have been pretty cool. Obviously, with a sword or melee weapon, we'll have to figure out something else as far as how that works. But I think for weapons and all, I think it'd be really cool. It would have been a really cool kind of like special design to this. So keep the like geometric objects static the way it is, but have the inversion happen where whenever you reload the gun. So every time you reload, it'll go from black to white. And then when you reload, it'll go from white to black. And the background switches the inversion. And then just the white outlines get inverted. And then you can keep the orange and blue the same, right? It's just the white and black being inverted. And it's based on the reload of the weapon or something like that, right? Again, with melee weapons, that makes less sense. But I do like the idea of where you have control of the inversion and when it happens, right? And I do also think like as far as like inverted colors go, it's not gonna be like when you're in the middle of a reload and the color inverts, right? You're in the process of doing something. You're not gonna be in the middle of a gunfight where it just is time-based suddenly, like it changes up, right? So it'd be less distracting, and I think it'll be like a little bit more appealing to the like gamer to have that control of like, oh, I'm going to switch up the colors while I'm reloading, right? It's funner. Like, I think one of the biggest issues with the operator skins that have that inverted color thing is they'll be running like mid, like gunfight, and suddenly the inversion happens, and then it tricks your brain into thinking you got the elimination because it looks totally different, right? I do feel like that element, because of like how randomized those inversions happen, it does get a bit pay to win ish, and it becomes distracting and stuff like that, right? Those are those kind of things. Whereas here, every time you reload, you're just causing the inversion to happen. Is a little bit more fun and has that dynamic element to the camo that even though the camo is so basic, it has something special going for it, right? And you know, I think they would have got away with having such a like kind of simplistic camo design shine so bright with something like that, because we wouldn't have seen something like that happen with the other camos, right? This would have been the first time seeing it, and to see it on something like this would have been pretty impressive, right? So yeah, that was my second idea, and it's definitely like my preferred idea, having that control of inverting colors just based on when you're reloading your weapon. And some people like obsessively reload, some people like reload slowly and all. So that inversion is, I don't know, it just seems like such a fun like aspect to a camo that could have been something that they could have tapped into with this particular one. So yeah, that was my idea as far as the camo goes, and just improving what I feel is, in my opinion, a bit of a letdown design-wise, but as like I said, it's pretty nice that it was a freebie item, so like, you know, better than nothing, and not so horrible that like, you know, I don't want it or anything. Like, nah, it's so nice for the collection and all that. It's cool. But yeah, I do think could have been improved with a little bit more effort as far as design goes. So yeah, that was the Universal Camo Bowl Buzzkill. Again, if you earned it through the viewership and it's not in your inventory, I've heard some people saying it's not in their inventory, just reach out to Activision customer support. Give it a couple of days. Like sometimes it takes a few days for it to process and then it goes into your inventory. But otherwise, you know, just reach out to customer support. Let them know that you watched the allotted amount of time and you had your accounts linked up, but the item is not in your inventory, and they'll help you through the process of getting it or sorting it for you, however possible that is for them, right? Usually they've been pretty decent about it. Sometimes it takes a few days for them to sort it out. Sometimes they can sort it out quickly. It just depends on how busy they are. So let's talk about the C.O.D.E Bowl event, the 5th of the C.O.D.E Bowl. So Call of Duty Endowment is this charity system that like Call of Duty is kind of established through the years, and it is basically designed to help veterans get jobs after their service is over, right? So like some of them struggle to find work afterwards and all. This is like a system that is a charity-based system that helps them find work. And it's not just Americans, it's also UK-based veterans and stuff like that. I believe like they do help both. What was interesting, and I'm not totally certain, but I presume Canada's also included in this endowment thing, because at least in the event, there was 3 countries that were participating: Americans, Canadians, and the British. So I presume Canada's also part of the endowment, okay? So that is the charity, that is the aspect of it. And for the last 5 years, including this one, they've thrown this kind of like Warzone tournament where they have different members from the different branches of military create teams, and they participate against each other in a Warzone style tournament, right? And I'm not sure if it's always been like that, but I'm pretty sure like the last few years at the very least, each team will have at least one content creator that's also part of the team as their sort of ringer to help them kind of like really, push the limits, I guess, of the game while also, participating with the community as far as the content creators go. Right now, most of the time, the content creators aren't part of the military, but some of them have been in the their ex members of the forces, various forces. But usually, it's just content creators that are big, very talented at the game, being the ringer for the team, right? But then the other members will definitely be part of active or reserve duty for the various branches that they're representing. So that's usually the premise. And because there's multiple branches, right? Like there's the army, Army, Navy, Air Force, the Space Force and thing, and I'm spacing the Marines, right? There's those, and then like I said, the British side also has their branches represented, and the same with Canada, right? Have some of their branches represented. I'm not sure if all the branches from the British and the Canadian are represented in the event. I'm not totally certain as far as that goes, but definitely all the American branches are definitely represented with their various teams. So this year there were 2 teams from each branch. So there'd be 2 Army teams, 2 squads of 3 from the Navy, Coast Guard and stuff like that, right? So there were 2 teams on each branch of players of 3. And I think out of the 3 players, one of them was a content creator, right? Even though he's not necessarily part, like I said, the ringer kind of character in the team to play with them. And they did 4 drops into mini battle royale this year. I'm not sure if they always played mini battle royale or if it was other modes in the past. I presume it was other modes in the past, but I'm not certain. But this year they were doing mini battle royale, and they dropped 4 times, and based on the team's eliminations and their placement, they were scored similar to the Warzone tournaments that are going on, the World Series of Warzone and stuff like that, right? So that's kind of how the scoring went. But the big difference between this one and the World Series of Warzone is because there were 2 different teams representing each branch. At the end of each round, they would combine the score for the 2 teams. So the various branches, whatever they scored, team 1 and team 2 would score, that would be totaled up, and that'd be the score for the round. And then each drop, they would add up the score from the 2 teams again, and it would keep adding up, right? So that was kind of how they scored for this particular event. Now, we're not going to go through each drop or anything like that, and what went down. But it was pretty exciting and fun to watch, and because it was mini battle royale, the action was quick and it was full of action, right? Because a little bit more, tighter, a zone, and it was fun and entertaining. Honestly, it was. I usually actually watch the C.O.D.E Bowl for a bit while it's usually late at night for me, so I'll watch it for as much as I can and then I'll pass out. Did the same with this year, watched it till I earned my drops, then went to sleep and decided to watch the remaining in the morning so I could talk about it a little bit during the stream. So I did end up watching the final rounds and stuff like that. So we're just going to go straight into the winners and all. Like I said, I'm not going to break down individual drops. In the end, the big winner was the U.S. Army was the winning team, and they won by a large margin. By the 3rd drop, they had scored so much in the 3rd drop and the first 2 drops and all. They were so far ahead of everybody. Honestly, the final drop was just kind of who was fighting for 2nd and 3rd place, because it was very unlikely they were gonna catch up to the U.S. Army score. So yeah, U.S. Army won. I'm not totally certain of all the like individual members of the two squads. I do know the content creators tied to each squad one was Legion and the other one was Aiden. So it was Legion and Aiden were the content creators that were, playing with the other two members in their team that were actual members of the army. So they won, and the MVP went to, like, they usually do an MVP, or at least for the last year and to this year, they've done an MVP for specifically the members of the thing, so not the content creators, right? They just like, so the MVP will go to like one of the actual like servicemen. So the MVP went to Taj, who was playing for the U.S. Army. So he got the MVP and, was part of the winning team. And like I said, because they combined the score for both the Army teams, like even both the Army teams, like at the end, hoisted the trophy. So it was like a joint effort as far as those two teams go, like both the Army squads. So both Legion and Aiden were like in the corresponding teams as far as that goes. So yeah, that was the big congratulations to the U.S. Army hoisting the trophy for this C.O.D.E Bowl Warzone event, and bigger congratulations to Taj, who won the MVP. Just for sake of note, the scores, just to know how like the U.S. Army scored 181 points with their combined scores, and second place scored 107.5. So that drastic a difference with the victory in this year. Second place went to the Royal Air Force team. So I'm presuming that's the British Air Force. The Royal Air Force got 107.5. And then third place was, I think, the Royal Canadian Air Force. So the Canadian Air Force got third place with 107. So second and third was like neck and neck, like 107 to 107.5, right? But yeah, first place was just leagues ahead with 181 points, which was the U.S. Army. So that was the main event as far as the C.O.D.E Bowl goes. But this year they also did a little bonus solo YOLO event, which was a little different from the previous years. What's up, Wildstar? How you doing? You caught me at the end here. Just doing a little outro. So with the solo YOLO, I was a little bit disappointed with the solo YOLO, the way they handled it, because I would have preferred to see just the servicemen participate in the solo YOLO. But for whatever reason, they had everyone participate, I guess. So content creators were also part of the solo YOLO event. And, I felt like in that case, like, dude, the content creators are going to be like, dude, they're legitimate Warzone pros, right? Like, actually, not just Warzone pros, but top tier Warzone pros, right? That are being the content creator, ringers, right? So I did feel like seeing the solo YOLO go down, and a lot of the kills were going to be the Warzone pros kind of slaying out, right? Not that the military didn't put a fight and all, not that the servicemen didn't put a fight or anything like that. I just think because of the event being the Endowment event, it would have been funner to see the solo YOLO just be the servicemen, right? And the content creators could have taken a step back for that particular match. But regardless, the winner was TP or Teep, content creator, took the dubski. And I mean, it was nice. It was not like it was bad or anything. Dude, he's a solid player and all. So it wasn't like a big surprise that one of the content creators were going to take the dubski. It's just, I think, maybe for next time, the solo YOLO can just be the servicemen participating, and it would be a little bit funner to see. It was definitely kind of fun to see because there was definitely teaming going on in the event. the solo YOLO. The beginning of the game, there was like at least like I don't even know how many, but so many of the servicemen had just grouped up together and they were just like camping together for a bit, and then they sort of like dispersed after a short while. But yeah, it was fun, the solo YOLO thing and all that. I just think next time maybe it would have been more interesting to see, like I said, the servicemen just participate as far as that goes and see one of them win it, right? But yeah, that was the event, the C.O.D.E Bowl 5 event. Again, I don't remember there being viewership rewards in the last few years as far as whenever these events go. Like usually this event has taken place during the C.O.D Next stuff, like at the same time, right? They time it out at the same time. But I don't remember them being specific viewership rewards tied to that particular like tournament. There were obviously viewership rewards tied to the C.O.D Next event, and that might have carried forward to the C.O.D Bowl for that year. But these were like kind of specific, unique rewards for this particular event. So that was that. What's up, Slayer? How you doing? So yeah, it was nice to get some rewards and encourage viewership for that event. And it was fun to watch. And I would recommend there should be VODs on YouTube and all that so you can catch the whole event or some of the drops and see how it went down if you're interested. Would recommend. Unfortunately, obviously, watching the VODs won't get you the drops. You needed to watch it during the live event. What else? There was something. Okay, so now I don't have any affiliation with the Call of Duty Endowment. Obviously, I live in India. I'm Indian, so I don't really have any ties to the American Army or like the American forces or the UK forces. But when I was in college, I did have friends that were in the military and stuff like that. And I know for a fact they always appreciated the help that they got thanks to their service and stuff like that. And some of them do need the extra hand, you know, whenever like times are rough and all. So I do think as far as the charity goes, it is a good foundation to like, you know, support if you want to. So what they do with the Call of Duty Endowment as far as like people go and the support goes in this game is usually they'll release like Call of Duty Endowment specific bundles in the game, and anyone that purchases those bundles will contribute to like 100% of the proceeds go to the Call of Duty Endowment. I know for a fact that there's a new endowment bundle for Call of Duty mobile currently. So there's the new bundle is for COD Mobile at the moment, and there's a new bundle planned for Black Ops 6 that should be available at launch or shortly after launch, like sometime in October, I think. But when exactly, I'm not certain. So that's how usually like the players can kind of contribute towards the endowment, and how like that's even if you're not like a big fan or whatever, like if you're not associated with the country like I'm not, right? It's still like the bundles and all are pretty decent and stuff, and you get some good items like operator skins, blueprints. Some of them will be tracer pack blueprints and stuff like that. So if you do want to just buy the bundle, at least you know the like money is going to like a decent cause and stuff like that. With the endowment specified bundles, right? You know, it's always like, you know, sometimes you buy the bundles in these games and like, God, man, how am I supporting this nonsense? With sometimes the way the game is played and all, and the things that are going on. But at least with the endowment bundles, all the proceeds do go to this foundation. The other way that might be able to support the foundation, I believe, is like through the merchandise store, Call of Duty merchandise store. I think there's going to be some specific Call of Duty Endowment merchandise that, when purchased, proceeds of that will also go to the foundation and help the various veterans. So that's just how you kind of can interact with it if you choose to. Like I said, I think for most people around the world that don't have any relation to like American or UK forces and stuff like that, at the very least, the bundles and the merchandise is some nice stuff that you can utilize for yourself, and know the money's not being just funneled to the corporation, but actually to someone that might need it more. So yeah, that's what the endowment is, and that was the C.O.D.E Bowl 5 event that went down with checking out the viewership rewards. Yeah, definitely second take was the better gameplay, so we'll keep the second take and all that, and I think I've said everything I needed to say as far as camo and event and all that goes. So yeah, I mean, again, it was fun, and definitely a side note to Call of Duty Next went down, and excited for the game now. A little bit more interested in jumping into the beta and all, which will be in a couple of days. Definitely keen on seeing how movement plays versus gunfights and all, and keeping my fingers crossed that connections are good. Hopefully it's good, man. I feel like, man. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see once the game kicks off, because there's massive packet bursts and people are backsliding and all. It's gonna be a bit of a headache. But as far as what I saw on C.O.D. Next and all, the game looks good and looks fun, and the movement doesn't look as awful as some of the leaked stuff that I saw. Some of the leaked stuff looks so janky, man. Like especially the backslide. I felt like when the guy's like sliding on his back foot, like it looks like too ridiculous and too like absurd a movement, right? Like, yeah. Anyway, we will play the beta. We will make our own decisions. But yeah, C.O.D. Next at least the game's looking promising. Yeah, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my old streams if you haven't already. And yeah, it was fun earning the reward and watching the event. And yeah, another one will be next year, I'm sure. And that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my old streams if you haven't already. And I'll catch you later. Big congratulations to the US Army for hoisting the trophy on this one. Take care. Bye. Yeah, camo's a little bit basic, but it was a fun event to watch, and it was not a horrible thing to get some free viewership rewards for watching a fun event, like I